Alright, so this is pretty much how you do it. We're going to pull in a new morph. First you have to create it. You have to create it in a little bit of a convoluted way, but it should work. So you want to go into your library. You need to load up genus state female. It should be 8.1. If you're making this morph for 8.1, it should be for 8.1. So in my case, I'm using this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this character and create a single control morph, so Blender can handle that. The current setup is, turn this off. You can get all your geografts merged when you import. You just need to say merge geografts and say geometry nodes and merge the new mesh. And it'll create a new model out of it that will follow and copy all of your JCMs and morphs and stuff. So you can actually import all of these just like over in Dash Studio, which is super handy. Do make sure that they're in the rest position. And for right now I'm going to hide this and show the old mesh. This is what we're going to import onto. If it ever loads up, it can take a little bit of time. If you have a big library, it could take a very long time. But this is the one I'm going to be porting. So give that like another minute or two, and we'll get started. Alright, there we go. So this is the character that we're going to put our morph on. So delete the eyelashes into your line. Just have this one. I'm going to call this morph, I guess. Whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter. But you basically want to come in here and type the word B. Whatever character that you want, it doesn't matter. Just make sure it's the character you want. So there she is. And now if I show this one, you see by default, Daz likes to insert all this extra bullshit on your character. If you want it easier, you can see they're not on here, but she's using multiple morphs. So it's just one way of doing it. I could say, okay, let's hide this. Let's go into this guy. Base resolution, very important. So it's only this showing, the base res. Export to your desktop, we'll call this PIP. Control. Default settings, just export as an OBJ. And if I turn this on, select my main character, figure, Morphloader Pro, choose more files. I can load that on. Reverse deform, yes please. Accept. And then pip B, control. There it is. So what you want to do, so you don't have extra bullcrap packed with your morph, you want to go into currently use, save your project in case anything goes wrong. Something might actually go wrong here, but these, when I delete them, you have to delete these. However, when you delete them, they will still be in your DAS folder. It's not actually going to delete them permanently. Next time you load a new project, these are actually going to get loaded in there, so this is just for that save file that you're deleting them. You can see that it's having a little bit of trouble deleting this one right here. So there's a bunch of things that causes this. Could be corrupted. It could be like in VAM. If you ever played VAM, you know how you got those REG morphs that are always loaded on your character at 0% for no reason. It's kind of like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the task. Make sure it's not running. I'm going to go into DAS again, load it up in a second here. There we go. And if you're having the same issue I'm having, all you have to do is go into your directory manager, disable, move the content you want to transfer to a new library, and disable that library. There you go. Now what I can do is I can hop in here and say my DAS30 library people just say female, just like that. I'm guessing the issue I had is the morph I was deleting. There's probably many duplicates of that morph, and I didn't know what to do when I hit delete. So if you're like me and you don't organize anything, that's the issue you could run into. It's just how I went around solving it. Turn off smooth shade. There we go. So I want to rename this. I'll just call this base right now because she's based. Select these two, delete them. You don't need them. Make sure nothing's selected, and then go into your characters. Then I can load up Pippi over here. I already moved her to a new library. I just wanted to show you what would happen. So over here I can load this up just like that. Give it some time to read the asset. There you go. Now I'm going to give you guys two solutions. If you purchase add-on Shaperigger Plus, that should be good enough. You should just be able to hit that and rig your morph with that. However, if you have a morph that's already rigged and you want to make sure it's a 1-to-1 exactly the same way, this is how you would do that. You go over here. Usually I disable the mouth realism. You don't really need that because the base mesh is going to have it, right? Because the base mesh has it, it's going to add it to all your characters. So what I like to do is go into edit, figure, morph loader, add that Pippi morph. First to form, yes please. Go in here, type Pippi. There we go. Currently used, it should only say that one morph. That's what you want. Okay, now I'm going to go in here and delete these. Don't need them. So, when you go into joint editor, you can see the skeletons do not match. So instead of using adjust original shape, if you just want to get the, here let me save this just in case. So if you just want to get the shape of the skeleton translated onto the new morph as a single morph, what you could do is you could say transfer utility. You get to there by going into here, assets, transfer utility. And you could say base, or like from Pippi to base, and you get all this other shit. You could say like clone or whatever. Here's an easier way you can do it. All you gotta do is select this guy. So you would select the character you want, and then control select the base, edit, and you see that thing that says figure space. Click on that, and that'll do it. So now the joints match up on both. You see the roots moved, but that doesn't really matter. It's not going to affect anything. So you can see there they match 1-to-1. So all you got to do is select this, make sure it's the only morph you have going on. And you save this. So I can say edit mode, ERC freeze, accept, and then that's it. And then you want to save your morphs, file, save as, support asset, morph asset. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to use Shaperigger to do it. So if I If you're using this add-on, you just hit favorite. You can do this without the add-on. It's just a quicker way. Add to favorites. Go over here, save morphs, pivot control, save selected morphs. Just like that. There we go. And again, you don't need that add-on. All you do is you hit File, Save As, Support Asset, Morph Assets. That's what you would click on. Anyway, so over here in Blender, all you really got to do is select your character, Custom Morph. Then you want to navigate to wherever you save your morphs at. I'm going to save this project just in case something goes horribly, horribly wrong. Go here to morphs. You got your product page. I think it's set. There we go. There she is. Check the use the gestures button. That'll make sure it doesn't actually import anything like the FBMs and all that. It'll just be the character morph. And I'm going to put in the shape category. And then hit import. Give that a second. You can then go into here, morphs, and it should be right here. At the bottom. There we go, pivot control. However, it's not going to work right with the geografts, so what you got to do actually is turn off event merge, but you just need the geografts. Select both of these. You can select as many as you want. Just make sure that the body is last, and then say transfer shape keys, and hit OK. You also deselect all and just select the one shape key you wanted to transfer. But now when I hide these, and I hide that, and show this, I should be able to come into here. Actually, you just select your skeleton. That's another way to do it. So if you select the skeleton, you can say choose one. Come up here and hit morph armature. I didn't put this on the rig yet, but you can see that the nipples and the geograft and everything works with it just fine. If I was to come in here and pose her, everything will follow as you would expect. Very nice. So there you go, that's how you can do it. So you can literally have, oh yeah, the fastest is a little bit weird. So if you start animating the face, you can see you get some loopy shit going on here. All you have to do with that is come into your base mesh. You gotta re-import these every time you change characters. You gotta say import fastest. Give that some time. And that'll fix that. It's a little bit whack that you have to do it that way, but you know, if you want to use the fastest, you have to re-import them each time you swap out your character. But that'll fix that. And then you can go in here and you should be able to use the eye controller. There you go. It just works like you would think it would. Ishi. So yeah, that's it. That's the full tutorial. I'll expand on this later. That's how you do it. So you can import all your DAS characters into one big blend file. The animation should be very fast because you're rendering it on this merged mesh, which doesn't actually contain any shape keys.